PSP's OldTimer is an incredibly musical, vintage-style, zero-latency compressor that works great for individual tracks, mix stems, and master bus compression and limiting. Here's a recording of an entirely dry, multi-mic'd drum kit. As an experiment, I'm going to see if I can improve it using only OldTimer, no EQ, no nothing else. In the dry recording, you can hear how the snare and the toms and the open hi-hats are jumping out of the kit's mix, and they don't quite fit right now. So, skipping ahead in the process, I've now applied OldTimer to every mic of the drums and tweaked them out. I've also put an OldTimer on the overall drum bus, and that's the one you see here. Now I'll switch back and forth between the dry and the wet a few times so you can hear the difference. Let's take a look at this lead vocal track. First, I'll play it for you with the OldTimer off in bypass, so you can hear the dry version.
Girl, put your records on, tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your hair down.
Now take a look at my settings. The time knob is set to pretty fast, while the compression is turned up pretty high. And the ratio too is on the high side, it's set to 6. When I play it with OldTimer's clear compression, you'll hear that it's brought forward in space, and that it's clearer and smoother.
Girl, put your records on, tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your hair down.
And here's the same example played with valve compression. Here we have the same forward sound, and now we've got some vintage analog warmth added to it that could be particularly useful in certain styles of mixing.
Girl, put your records on, tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your hair down.
And finally, let's have a listen to this acoustic full band pop mix. I've just put an instance of OldTimer over the entire master bus, with a higher time setting, a medium compression setting, and then I've done a rough level match to make up the gain after the compressor. Now let's take it out of bypass and have a listen to the clear compression. And now let's listen to the valve. You can really hear how OldTimer glues the instruments and overall mix together. The interface is simple, but once you dig into its features, the results you can get are really musical and can help glue your track and mix together. You can use the character valve compression, or you can switch to clear compression, which disengages the internal tube rounding, or you can bypass the compressor entirely. The valve level screw pot lets you choose 7 positions of valve processing. The ratio knob features over-easy transition characteristics for low ratios and old-school peek-through soft knee characteristics for the higher ratios. The time knob sets up the combined attack and release time. 0 to 3 gives you a fast attack and release, which is most useful on drums. 4 to 7 are good general values, and 8 to 10 are long values, ideal for leveling and mastering. The attack ratio screw pot controls the ratio between attack and release. Compression controls the amount of gain reduction by adjusting the threshold point. And the output knob lets you set makeup gain. Always keep an eye on the gain reduction meter, which gives you a readout of how much gain is being reduced by OldTimer. And you can access a wide variety of built-in presets by clicking on the preset bar at the top. You can also use the A/B system or the undo-redo commands to help you in your workflow. Check the manual for more details on how these work. Speaking of the manual, it's easy to get to by clicking the hamburger menu, then clicking Open. We really hope you enjoy using OldTimer, and we welcome you to check out a wide variety of additional plugins available at pspaudioWare.com.